So today is day one, or I bought the van, got it 6 p.m. yesterday, took like all day with taking it to the mechanic, with negotiating, with making sure I had appropriate insurance, because you can't just use any insurance. So I had to get insured through another carrier, and things were kind of starting to get close to the end of the day, so I had to make sure it's insured before I purchased with a loan. I had it financed. So all these kind of things layered on. So this is day one or day two, but let's see. I bought a Ford Transit 250 high roof, so you can't see the top of it. So I need to just deal with prepping surfaces. Yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. So cleaning, painting, and then putting on dampening. I'm going to be a bit limited in my project. I basically have 6 weeks to get whatever done I can. I'm not an engineer, I'm not a carpenter, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a plumber, and I don't have somebody that are those things, so there'll be a lot of learning on the go. I also don't have a lot of tools. I have a drill, I've got a circular saw and like a sawzall, so I'm going to need to rent things or buy things as I go along, but here we go. Alright, so I'm going to start ripping out what's in there. If needed for any paneling, I do have this set that I used for a different project on a Subaru Crosstrek that I had, where I needed to do body work because I had messed up the bottom panel on the side. I hit something. So let's go get to it. I am fortunate enough, I guess, I'll have that piece to be able to trace, and I don't know, maybe use it later, but let's go ahead and see. Okay, let's go into time lapse because it's going to take me a little bit to figure that out. I don't know if I'm just going to break it or if this thing is going to work. Oh, a few other things before I get going with this is, my name's Elle, so you'll be following along. I like all kinds of adventuring. I have enjoyed sleeping in the back of various vehicles, RAV4, Super Crosstrek, Pontiac Vibe, Honda CRV, like a 99 CRV, and covering up the windows. And a Subaru Outback was the first one, back in days going up to Alaska, when I was a graduate student. The other thing, so I've got the 6 weeks, but I'm moving cross country, and so I have many shifting parts, to wrap up here to initiate life in this new place. Also, it gets pretty hot here in the day, so I'm going to try to do physical things when the sun isn't bearing down. Today's supposed to be about 90 degrees, the heat of the day, and just a lot of sun, and that will get super hot in there. So those are some constraints that I have. I hope you'll follow along the journey. Let me know your thoughts and questions. I think I forgot forgot to switch it back to time lapse, but I'll time lapse it in the, but I need the storage. So this is what it looks like. All I did was, this is the first committed thing I did, and I just broke it to get off because the little plugs was going to get damaged anyway, and I don't think I want this whole thing, so I committed. I made a decision. And gross. So let me show you something that I learned in case. So I'm trying to take out the floor, right? And then there's these caps and they're flush, and I broke the thing in the back because I didn't care about it, but I was like, I don't know that I'll reuse this, but maybe I'll want it instead of building something. So I was trying to pry it, but what you want to do is just pop it on. I only have one left, so just stick it in. Oh, that might have been a wrong spoon. It came so amazing before. Let's see. Haha! I really wanted to show you because it was so amazing, and now it's going different. So little small little screwdriver, stick it in, that's it, and then it pops off and flies. Okay, so I think depending where you hit on the grabbers, it'll matter. And then let me show you. Let me get you off the tripod here. And then there's these little bolts that that seems like proprietary, and how am I going to find anything that size? Okay, that's that. So I just, yeah, day one, I just took the floor out. I'm contemplating whether I would even use that. It had insulation on it, which explains why I didn't find the van insanely noisy. Of course, yeah, there's still things, and then you can just see there's a lot to be done. So I'm gonna get to it. Oh, I forgot to say, removing that back panel, I still have the front panel there. I need to find the really, I might just have to use like some pliers or something, unless I have a socket that small. I do have a small socket set, but this took me close to 25 minutes just to take that out, and the flooring was very heavy, yeah, and insulated under it. So if you have that, be aware. But yeah, I'll have the template for later if I want it, because it was so easy to move around. So my van also comes with these covers, and it also has, I just need to pop it out of the molding. So we'll get to that. So that was super easy. So these are over the wheel wells, and they had insulation in them. So again, I think that helped with the noise, and then just held in place. I need to go get that one. And they're OEM, you know, this is a Ford product, but yeah, you just, you know, pop that off. Okay, 40 minutes into van build. I have bare floor, not yet clean, but much more clean. Don't have all this stuff in there anymore, but more cleaning to go. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of scrubbing, I think. But yeah, because I had the protective, like, there's not too much painting I'm gonna have to do there, which will hopefully be later today, and then the wheel wells are looking good too. All right, see you later. All right, so you can see it's looking cleaner. It'll be time for scrub. It's also revealed some rust that I need to deal with. But overall, you know, looks pretty good. But these corners and stuff, oh my goodness. So, felt super excited to start, and then pretty quickly felt like anxious about like how long everything is going to take. I want to explore and just visualizing in the background, like building things out. So let me bring this along, I'll show you. So I'm gonna pop this out and see what's underneath. I don't know, I haven't seen like behind the scenes of what people do with this to, like, I know people put wood things here, but I don't know, maybe they just rested on this. What else was I gonna do? I wanna, get this off kind of next, and then I'm thinking about this, and if I can get, there was a lot of road noise that came under there, and I want it just to be, comfortable while I'm driving. I will be doing like stealth work in cities for a while. I'll be stealth living while I work, doing some kind of episodic work, and there's going to be movement around the country, and so I'll be on interstates times, and then of course going on adventures and things too. But I don't want to like hate being in here because it's my vehicle and it's my house, so I'm curious about that. But again, I only have 6 weeks. Okay, so I got these moldings up here off, and then, you know, you can see the airbags, electrical wiring. Going back, I just didn't get one of them out. I ended up just pulling it off. That was the best way. And then I can see behind here, and if you're trying to make it quiet, so I don't want to make the front part look too gnarly or anything, and I basically, when I'm taking a lot of these moldings off, I'm like messing up the clips. So, you know, I don't know how you take stuff like this off and make it look good. I flipped that upside down. Like, I don't know like how you pop these off. So I'll have to check and see if people are doing that, but I am finding, like, here's a screw, like something solid, and I can put like a rivet in there. I like build a wall here, and then I think, want to, you know, stay clear of that so that it can do its safety thing, but I could have like a bracket or something, or a shelf. So these things are kind of going to go on in the back of my mind. Okay, so I got that off now. Let's turn to trying to get that off. Okay, so I just got the step molding out and took out one of these latch tie downs. So, and the bolts, the screws that were on the front here on that molding were 5.5 millimeters. The ones in the back were 6 millimeter. I didn't even know they had like 0.5 millimeter sizes. Had to take out this latch tie down, and this was a 1/2 inch. So I just happen to have a socket set that goes so much faster than a wrench, or like that was so small, and these were like, these ones by the step were recessed, you know, so you'd have to use a pliers or something if you didn't have a socket cinch, because like a monkey wrench, an adjustable wrench wouldn't fit in there. All right, so I'm gonna take out more of these because they've been in the way of cleaning. I might want these in kind of, I'll probably, I don't know. I'm moving in the middle of this whole situation, about halfway through the 6 weeks. I'm doing a big cross-country move, and so I'll want to have tie-downs. So I might just put this, right back in right now, I think. Yeah, let's do it. JK, I'm going to take them all out for the cleaning. Just looking at it, it's just going to be way easier to clean. I want everything to be clean to do the full prep as soon as I can for rust prevention, rust removal where there is the little bits where there are rust, and then rust prevention. So priority right now is interior, but there is also external work that needs to be done. And now it's already, yeah, still day one. It's been 3 hours since I started. Now the van is starting to partially be in the sun, so it's gonna get hot and uncomfortable quick. So even if you don't decide to keep these in, most people don't, but if for whatever reason you did keep them, it'd be a good idea to take them out. Here's one that didn't really receive load. You can still see the grease on it, and look at this one, all the shavings on it. Yeah, and this one's getting shavings on my hand. So, and I only had 1 out of 8 that looks like this. This is the worst one, I think, and then others are, you know, because they're bearing the load, and so it starts to wear down. So you want to, that's what you got to do with bolts. Take them off and grease them, lubricate them. All right. All right, I'm a little bit at a decision point. So how much, right now I'm hungry, so I got to go eat. It's about to get hot. I haven't purchased the paint yet. I've just made a mess of all the various projects. I need to clear space to store these things, or decide, do I just throw them away, or I need to dispose of them. And I have to be careful about wrapping up a project and not doing too many things and then just crashing and being done. So that'll be part of my process, and that's I don't know if you relate to that. I think a big part of that is my neurodivergence. So I can get really focused on things, and then my body can just crash. So I need to go eat before anything gets too bad. That'll hopefully help me feel better. Better clean up before I do that. Here we go. First day. First day. So I don't know if this is a waste of money, but I think I could have picked all these up. But somebody in a video talked about, and I haven't done it yet, and I really wanted it for shavings, because any of the shavings from the vehicle, if they stay in there, can rust. And so I want to have those all picked up, and I can use this in the future for that. I don't know about getting into some of the nooks and crannies. I might need something like more like rod shaped. But I could probably take this off, put a string through it, and move it around in there. But that's what I did, a little passing through there. Didn't, let's see, there is a little bit. There's a little bit of, yeah, these are all shavings. So I'm feeling good about that. Because remember when I took those bolts out, they had shavings on them. I still haven't washed yet. And obviously this is day one, just as cleanup, so nothing's been cut into the roof. Um, can you see the sweat? It's under my hair, I think. So 4.5 hours into this first full day, I'm going to take advantage of the heat. I'm going to try to have tasks that I do during the heat of the day. Some days maybe that'll be video stuff, although right now I don't have a lot of time for that, so that'll probably get punted later. But I'm going to go get an oil change. There's a tire sensor out. I'm going to call. I didn't call yet, so see if they... Did you see that? It just went down, and I just felt a shaving go into my hand. Do that. I've got a health appointment. I'm gonna go pick up some Rust-Oleum primer and coat to put over that. Oh yeah, you also just don't want those in your skin, those electric shavings. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what this was. We'll see you next time. Oh, and then this evening, or I'm contemplating if the mechanic, if they're like slow, what I'll do, if I'll do computer work. I'm applying for a position right now. You know, there's things I need to do. Or I'm contemplating bringing a bucket and scrubbing there, but I don't think so. I got a hose right here. I think it'd be much easier here, but there's something about that mentally not feeling like I'm waiting. Yeah, okay. See you soon. Okay, it's evening. I'm back to it for a little bit of the cleaning. So I got a bucket. I'm just using dish soap. I'm imagining I'm going to go through it a few times. Up under, let me show you. Up under the, up under here, you know, I'd wondered about soundproofing, and just look, it's like dirty. But I think I have to take out the chairs, and I think I have to take out, oh, it's locked. Let's see. I think I have to take out, where's the key? I think I have to take out the molding here. This, and it like looks so nice. This is what I'll definitely like damage it, taking it out, and maybe break off clips. And then it looks like this is laid over it. You know, people have to take out the dash. I know people do these things, but I just don't really know. Just don't really know with the time that I have, that priority. I want it to be clean. I want it to be sound dampened, but we'll see. I'll sleep on it. I've got some times, and if I just actually do a curtain there, a blackout curtain, which is what I'm thinking of doing, and this, because this is like very like soft entry in for the first like six months, I imagine. Oh, let me turn off the radio here. Other thing, so yeah, it's cooler now, so I'm not gonna bake out here, and I went and took it to the mechanic right away. Oil change and a tire sensor. Those were kind of the outstanding things from the dealership. It's just over 33,000 miles. So tires and everything look like that. So if I did want to take out the seats, this would be a good time, but yeah, I don't know that I'm feeling it right now. Okay, I think that was like 50 minutes. I'm trying to remember how much I did this. Yeah, we'll say 50 minutes. I round it up to an hour. I'm not done, I guess, because I gotta put this away, but look at this water. And so, I don't know, this is like my 5th bucket. I was really, let me turn off the music, I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Sans music. Yeah, and sans train of thought. Neurodivergence for you right there. Yeah, like an hour cleaning it out. Oh yeah, I was feeling like, oh my god, this is, when I was sweeping this morning, I was like, this is going to take forever to get clean. I wasn't looking forward to this. I was like, it's going to take so long to need to scrub clean. And I want to do one more go through on the floor. I think I should be done tonight just for rest and things like that. But I'm excited tomorrow to start painting and maybe put some kill mat in. I'm realizing I should take the paneling off the door there and look at it. These seem different than what some other people have. Looks like I have speakers, but I guess I should take these off too. I don't want speakers dangling, but it could be cool to keep the speakers in, but I should soundproof and insulate behind it, so I guess that needs to come off. But this is the end of day 1, and yeah, it was dirty and remarkably satisfying to see how clean it got. So the floors, because of the padding, you know, look pretty good. You know, not as, like, walls are not dented like a lot, but scraped up. So yeah, I'll have to, you know, take care of that, but it looks so much better. Like those corners in the back, so this is where, you know, there were tie downs, and it's still dirty, but I'm imagining it's gonna, if like this is gonna be like the garage under the bed, dirt's gonna get back there anyway. Just think of like what happens to your floor, and if I'm thinking, yeah, sporting goods, you know, maybe there's like dirty hiking boots and tools and stuff like that. So as long as there's no rust under there, and this is like a caulking, like I'm feeling okay with that. We'll see what kind of, you know, we all have to make our decisions about where to lean in and where to take shortcuts, or not necessarily shortcuts, but where to be efficient. So that plastic padding was wearing down the bumper and was gonna wear it out over time, especially going into, I'll be going into rainier climates than Southern California. So day 1, thanks for being here. What do you think? What should we name her? I have ideas. Should I say it? Thinking Thelma, and I just come by these intuitively, but that's what I'm thinking, maybe Thelma. See you later, rooting for you. Thanks for watching. If you're wanting to be connected to a people that are doing their best to become divergent, that is to be their authentic version, that unique self, hit subscribe here, see what comes up, join the newsletter, and yeah, we'll see you again soon, I hope. Rooting for you.